everybody. My name is Vasilis Zafiropoulos. I'm a research associate at Athena Research and Innovation Information Technology Center. And
from the whole platform,
today,
some components of the platform. So we're a bit late on this, but I will try.
Excuse me, can you please mute
Yes.
all your microphones, please? Yes, no?
And today, I will introduce CoSpace, which is an XR-based collaborative authoring environment developed in the context of the UNICHE project. The focus is not XR as a gadget, but XR as a working space for cultural heritage professionals like curators, archaeologists, and educators who need to design exhibitions collaboratively and often remotely. Next slide, please. So, we will start with a quick framing of UNICHE and ECOIS because CoSpace doesn't exist alone. Then we will introduce the core challenges in exhibition design that motivated CoSpace, explain how the platform works today, and finally discuss where it's going inside UNICHE and how you can get involved. Next slide. So, UNICHE project is about building an intuitive single entry platform for authoring cultural heritage experiences. The emphasis is on no-code collaborative tools supported by AI and integrated with European infrastructure, specifically ECOIS, which stands for European Cloud for Heritage Open Science, and the Cultural Heritage Cloud. So the goal is to let heritage professionals focus on storytelling and interpretation without being involved with the coding. Next slide. UNICHE connects content, experience design, exhibition delivery, and evaluation into one loop. Cultural content flows from repositories, gets reused and transformed through AI-assisted design, and is then deployed in on-site, hybrid, or remote exhibitions. Crucially, evaluation feedbacks into the system, so exhibitions improve over time rather than being one-off productions. Next slide, please. No, the previous one.
Can you see?
The 4 is slide 7.
I think it's a little bit further along. So maybe it has been mixed. Sorry. I'll go back to the pilots.
Never mind.
Yes, don't worry.
So we have 4 E's: exhibits, experience design, exhibitions, and evaluation. This 4 E's model is the conceptual backbone of UNICHE. It's important because CoSpace sits primarily in experience design and exhibition, but it also relies on structured exhibits and produces data for evaluation. Think that this is a pipeline rather than isolated tools. Now go please to slide 7.
The pilots. To the pilots?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Sorry.
Thank you. The internal pilots cover open-air archaeological sites, museum exhibitions, and portable exhibitions. And this diversity matters because CoSpace must work in controlled museum spaces, but also messy real-world sites. That's why flexibility and collaborations are core requirements. Next slide. Slide 9, please. UNICHE pilots. Yes. Beyond internal pilots, UNICHE will fund third-party projects through an open call. These external pilots are essential They stress test the platform with the real needs we didn't anticipate. If you are considering applying, understanding tools like CoSpace gives you a real advantage. The previous slide, please.
Yes.
So, what about the ECOS project? The Cultural Heritage Cloud, or European Collaborative Cloud for Cultural Heritage, initials are ECCCH, is a European Union initiative for the creation of a digital infrastructure that will connect cultural heritage institutions and professionals across the EU. It will develop specific digital collaborative tools for the sector while removing barriers for smaller and remote institutions. So the goal is to help cultural heritage institutions, research organizations, and other professionals of all sizes and types of work with their digital objects in a more visible, interconnected, harmonized, and informed way, allowing them to successfully cope with the challenges the digital transition poses to the sector. Next slide. The ECCCH built by ECOS is anchored in the principles of open science, which promotes inclusion and democratizes access to knowledge and digital assets for all. This digital ecosystem will allow the creation of a new generation of heritage objects, the digital commons, which are semantically rich and collectively produced. Upon completion, ECOS will provide a unified platform to integrate the outcomes of EU and national projects related to cultural heritage. Next slide. The ECOS project is the central coordinator of the Cultural Heritage Clouds. It leads a growing ecosystem of sister projects funded under Horizon Europe to develop specialized digital tools and use cases for the cloud platform. Next slide. So, this...
Excuse me, can you please close your microphone?
So, this webinar series isn't just demos, it's explicitly about co-design. The technologies you see are not frozen products, but they are evolving, and your feedback directly shapes priorities, especially important if you plan to use them in future projects. Next slide.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, Vasilis. I think it's just a technical issue that has been, excuse me, just to verify that we don't have any other issues during our presentation. Excuse me, please. Okay. I think we're good to go, Vasily. Sorry for the inconvenience.
Okay,
I think
no
it made a little bit of errors. So as Vasily was saying, we were framing the objective of the guidelines of the webinar today and introducing also a little bit of the webinar series, workshops that will follow. We're the second webinar and 3 more will follow. So Vasilis, please guide us through how we're gonna work today with interactive feedback. And I'm gonna open the presentation again.
Okay, thank you. So now you can use Mentimeter to give your anonymous feedback on various questions that you will be asked. You can scan this QR code on your mobile, or you can use this link and write your answers to several questions. Next slide, we will start
also,
with...
Sorry, Heidi, if you want, you can share also the link that you can see in the presentation if people cannot follow along with only the QR in your phone. Or you can join us at menti.com and use this code that you will see throughout the presentation. So you can follow along with our interactive feedback. Okay, so let's test it out, Vasilis.
Yes.
So,
So, first question, how are you feeling today? Just a test question. Join at menti.com and reply. Use this code. So you see, somebody replied perfect, interested, perfect, nice, curious, fine, nice, cold, okay,
that's true. In Greece, we have a lot of cold.
yes,
Right now,
okay. I
maybe
think
in
we
other
should
countries.
go on now that you know how this menti.com works.
Okay, I see a lot of people have joined in so far, around
Yes.
20 people. We're having more than the half of the of responses. People are getting a hang of it. So moving on to the next question, as you're saying, Vasilis.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Sorry, can you
Yes. Please,
show
please.
the verb?
Excuse me. Can you address all questions in the chat? I'm sorry
No,
because
no,
we're not good.
about the Mentimeter. Is it
Yes,
possible
yes.
to see another time the QR code?
The QR code, of course.
You can
I'm
find
gonna.
the link in the chat. You can
You
find
can
the link
find.
in the chat.
Yes.
Thanks a lot.
Okay. So let's continue with this slide.
Yes. So now at the Mentimeter, just reply and tell us your personal background. Architect, project manager, archaeologist, historian, museum professional, nice, designer, computer science, okay, AI expert, technology engineer, software engineer, philologist, cultural heritage experience designer, unfortunate archaeologist. So we have people from all backgrounds. That's nice. Shall we move on?
Sure. Okay. I'm seeing people are very eager to give us their backgrounds. Very happy to hear all of them, even the unfortunate ones. And let's move on. Now that we've gotten the hang of it, we'll send you also the QR in the chat so you can have it. Okay? So, Vasilis?
Yes, now we're going to talk about XR technologies. Next slide, please. So what is XR? XR stands for extended reality and is an umbrella term covering virtual reality, VR, augmented reality, AR, and mixed reality, MR. What matters here is not just the taxonomy, but the idea that XR changes how we interact with information spatially. We don't have screens and menus that we have in computers, but we work inside the space itself. Now, let's go to the next slide, please. And let's see what each branch of XR is. So VR, virtual reality, fully replaces the real world. It's powerful when reality is dangerous, expensive, or impossible. For example, for training, simulations, and reconstructions. But for museums and heritage, VR often disconnects visitors from the physical exhibit So that's why CoSpace does not focus on VR alone. Let's go to the next slide. What is AR? AR stands for augmented reality, and it keeps the real world visible, but layers information on top. This is crucial for museums. The artifact stays central, and digital content supports interpretation. AR is about augmentation, not replacement. So before we described VR, which secludes the user from the real world and puts them in a virtual world, but AR keeps the real world and adds a digital layer on it. And now let's go to MR. Next slide, please. MR, mixed reality, goes a step further. Digital content is spatially anchored and behaves as if it belongs in the physical world. So this is the sweet spot for CoSpace, designing exhibitions inside real spaces with digital elements that respond to them. Next slide, please. Again, with Mentimeter.
Whoever didn't have a chance to scan the QR, they can do it and also join us through menti.com and use the code this that you're going to see throughout the presentation or the link that is already in the chat.
So, do you have any experience with XR technologies? Okay. No, some people answered yes. Some other answered no, a bit. None at all, okay. Too much, that's good. Okay.
I see that yes is the biggest so far, so the most responsive.
Okay.
We have people that are quite relevant.
Yes.
Yes, in Greek.
Yes, in
well.
Greek. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
So I think we should go forward. On. Yes.
Okay. We're getting some different texts, but yes. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on.
So next slide, please. Now we're going to talk about CoSpace.
Yeah, and the next actual slide.
Yes. So this slide frames the core problem that the exhibits cannot easily move. Exhibits are fragile, expensive, and often immovable. Yet, curators still need to design layouts, narratives, and educational content. So today that work is fragmented, expensive, and often happens too late in the process. Next slide. So here you have to answer this question at menti.com, but you have to use one of those answers. What are your main challenges when preparing exhibitions today?
Let's rank them, yes.
Yes. Physical relocation of exhibits is difficult or impossible. Limited access to exhibits for preparation, high cost of exhibition setup or redesign, limited collaboration with remote experts. And let's see the answers. Okay. Most people think that, okay, it changes all the time, so we'll wait a little bit.
Yes, you need to place all the answers for ranking, and you can change the ranking with one being the most challenging and 5 the least, and other you can the top one as you see it in your answers is the most challenging for you. as you're going further down. So it is something when you're placing something further down, we are considering as it being less challenging for you. So far, Vasilis, we can see the lack of digital tools, which is
Yes,
good
this is
actually
the most
for us.
popular answer. Yes, this is
Yes.
the problem that most people face. Okay. But also limited access to exhibits for preparation and high cost of exhibition setup or redesign.
Yes.
But lack of digital tools for early testing is the most prominent problem. Okay,
Yes. So far, limited collaboration with remote experts, maybe possibly has been alleviated through different platforms that we're having
true.
so far. Oh, the high cost of exhibition just jumped over the limited access.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, we have it a little bit further along. Let's give 1 or 2 minutes, like a couple of seconds, maybe more,
Yes,
uh, because it takes a little bit more time to rank things. Maybe it's a lot to think about during all of these options. But as we can see, digital tools are the most difficult to have for testing these exhibitions. Okay, clear winner, battling between second and third place, and I think the rest. If people have been responding other, you have the option. If you can see the bubble for commenting, uh, you can comment. What do you think? You can say send that comment. You can comment what other challenges you consider, and we will receive your feedback and we can see it as well while the presentation unfolds. If anybody has any more input, you can send a comment as well. Okay,
okay, shall we proceed?
yes, let's go ahead. Oh, again, the
A-
Mentimeter time, but
And,
sure.
and now you answer, how often do you face these challenges?
Reminding of the challenges is a lack of digital tools, limited access to exhibits for preparation. The other big contender was the high cost of exhibition setup. Also mentioning other challenges, physical relocation of exhibits, which is difficult or impossible, limited collaboration with remote experts, just to remind you a little bit. Again, the lack of digital tools, leaning mostly to the most often cases, around 4. Not every day, maybe,
Mm.
but quite significant obstacles in your work. Okay. If anybody's having any issues with Mentimeter, please write it in the chat and we'll try to address them there. Shall we move along, Vasilis? What do you think?
Yes, of course. Let's
Of
go.
course. Let's go.
So, the previous problems that we described are addressed by CoSpace. And actually, CoSpace addresses these constraints by allowing exhibitions to be designed before physical setup, collaboratively and remotely. Instead of moving objects, we move their digital counterparts and make decisions early, cheaply, and together with one another. Next slide, please. Now, let's talk about CoSpace itself. what it is. CoSpace is an XR-based, multi-user collaborative authoring environment. Users co-create spatial layouts in real time, working with 3D models, images, videos, and text. What's important is that this is authoring, not passing viewing. Next slide. CoSpace is split in two tightly connected parts. The backend is web-based and handles content management. The front end is the XR collaborative environment. This separation keeps the system accessible. You don't need XR hardware just to prepare content. Next slide. Now let's talk about the web-based content manager. The web-based content manager is the preparation layer. It's where assets are uploaded, described, organized, and previewed. The idea is simple. XR collaboration only works if content is structured and ready before entering immersive space. So the users in the backend, they upload 3D models, images, videos, and texts. They also add metadata and descriptions. They organize the assets into folders and exhibition sets, and they preview the uploaded content before they deploy it. Next slide, please. CoSpace supports multimodal data. That means it supports text, images, videos, and 3D models, but also it supports structured bundles that combines all of those formats. This reflects how exhibitions actually work. Objects are never just objects, they come with stories, context, and interpretation. Next slide. Mentimeter time again. Scan the QR code, and now the question is, which content types are most important for your work? Text and narratives, images and scans, video, 3D models, combined content bundles, or other. Please vote.
Again, you can place a ranking and move up or down, which is most important to you. If you choose to put other, please, you can send us a comment so we can understand what you're referring to. You can use the send a comment at the bottom of your screen after the reactions that you have. After the button submit, there are some reactions: love, question mark, go up, go down, and there's the option send a comment. So if you have other different content types that are very useful, please give us input on what they are. So far, I see 3D models are the most important. Maybe the participants of this webinar are mostly interested with the 3D models, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Images and scans, one.
Okay.
We're not living in a digital 3D world. We're not. In Web 4.0, that's what it's called, right? So for the completely virtual 3D. Images and scanned.
Yeah.
Traditional multi-purpose cultural heritage organizations. Okay. Another maybe could be audio, maybe could be other types of content. Okay.
Okay, I think we should move on.
I think we should move on. If we're getting, we got a couple of responses. So let's move on.
So, how the users interact with the exhibits in CoSpace. So inside CoSpace, users build a virtual room. Inside it, they place exhibits, they manipulate them spatially, and they enrich them with information. Multiple users can coexist, discuss, and make decisions together. This turns exhibition design into a shared visible process. Next slide.
Okay, I'm gonna need to
Yes, now you were
exit.
gonna see a demo.
Yes, I'm gonna need to exit the presentation because Mentimeter doesn't allow me to show the video. And tell me, can you all see the video?
Yes, yes.
Can you hear
Yes.
the sound as well?
Not yet. We don't need the sound. It's okay.
Okay, okay. It's fine.
Mute it.
I mean, can you hear the sound now?
No, we don't. I think we don't need Anastasia. We can go without sound.
Okay, if you want to explain during the video so we don't
So,
have...
you see how this works now? It's been developed in Unity game engine.
You're connected in the booth, right?
The UI menu is in Greek. And this is the UI, the keyboard UI that you have. And you select a room and you create a room now, a virtual room. So you created room 1. Now you enter room 1. Now you add participants in the room. Those are names of institutions. And we added one of them. And now this is the physical space, the physical room, but it's blended with the digital room. Now you share the exhibits. You click on the models, and those are some artifacts or statues or paintings. So this artifact, you drag it with your hand, you enlarge it, you rotate it, you do the same with other artifacts. Now you see, you rotate this statue. Now this painting, you can also move it and rotate it. Another painting here.
Vasily, if I may add, if you can see, you can see two people in the bottom of the screen from two different area spaces. It could be anywhere in the world. So two different persons working in the same exhibition, providing their own content and all the exhibits, working together, building that physical exhibition through using the virtual content. It's very dynamic.
Would you like me to replay some part of the video, Heidi or Vasilis, or Shall we move on to the presentation?
I think we should move on, unless
Okay.
somebody from the audience wants to see it again.
I think we can play the video again in the part that we'll have the Q&A.
Yes,
Or we can
that's
send
much
to our
better.
participants
Yes,
as well.
that's
So
better.
let's
Let's
move
go
on
to
to the presentation.
slide
Yes.
13.
CoSpace,
Yes, here,
benefits and
exactly.
Exactly. Okay.
Okay, now we're gonna talk about the benefits of the CoSpace and the future prospects of it. Next slide. So, the benefits are that it enables real-time co-editing, remote collaboration, shared decision-making, and iterative refinement. The key point is that collaboration is not an afterthought, it's the core design principle, as we just saw in the video. Next. Now, Mentimeter time again. This time the question is, who is your most valuable collaborator during exhibition design? You can choose one of those answers.
Again, it's archaeologists or researchers, curators from other institutions, external experts, educators, storytellers, other people, maybe as well.
So,
External.
curators from the same institution is the most popular answer so far.
I see we've had some, okay, I see we had some other responses and local community members, visitors evaluating the exhibition is who we refer as others. So we have more agents that are important during exhibition design. Please, can you all mute your microphones during the meeting? I think I can hear my voice doubling. Okay, good, perfect. So curators from the same institution. The curator is the first and foremost for exhibition design, as I can see. We have archaeologists and researchers taking second place, other experts, curators from other institutions, educators, storytellers. Oh, educators and storytellers jumped high in second place, just after one answer. They were very close. And now they're gaining a lot of momentum.
But the most popular answer is curators from the same institution by far.
By far, yes. We can see from 17 responses so far that curators from the same institution are the most important, at least for our participants in this webinar. Shall we move on?
Yes.
Okay.
Another question at Menticom. Which collaboration features are most important to you? Real-time co-editing, remote collaboration, annotation and comments, versioning history, shared layout editing. Real-time co-editing, as I see, is the most popular so far.
We have all been used to Google Docs, possibly.
Mm.
We like collaborating in real time, but also remotely collaborating in real time. Shared layout editing as well. Annotation and comments, versioning and history. Most of us want to live in the now, in the real time. Versioning in history is weird. Okay. Shared layout editing has gained some momentum, has become more important in the last seconds. Okay. Since we found out our most important collaboration features, I think we can move on, right? Let's go.
Yes, yes, of course. Let's move on. Now, uh, what is the impact of CoSpace for physical museum spaces? CoSpace augments physical space instead of replacing it. That means it empowers non-technical users. It supports rich storytelling, allows dynamic updates, and is designed to integrate with the UNICHE project and the ECCCH rather than becoming another silo. Next slide, please. So the target users of CoSpace. CoSpace is intentionally multidisciplinary. Curators, archaeologists, educators, designers, researchers all work on different aspects of exhibitions, but usually they have poor coordination. CoSpace gives them a shared workspace. Next slide. Now, what is the impact for museums and cultural heritage? The impact of CoSpace for museums and cultural heritage is the reduced setup, it reduces setup costs. It achieves better collaboration, higher visitor engagement. It also enables assets reused and long-term sustainability. And this isn't just about just innovation for innovation's sake. It's about fixing structural inefficiencies. Now, let's go to next slide. It's Mentimeter time again. What would bring the most value for your organization? So you answer one of those answers. Reduced exhibition costs, faster exhibition preparation, better collaboration, reusability of content, long-term digital preservation, all of the above. Okay, so all of the above is for now the most popular answer.
Oh. Yes. All-inclusive answer.
Yeah.
The usability of content from all of the above stands second.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm assuming that sometimes creating an exhibition, you use one of the artifacts or content that you create for this exhibition just one time, a lot of costs for this, and then it goes into misuse and in some of the storages of organizations, as it happens for all of us, creating pamphlets, creating different materials that then we don't have them. Also, exhibition costs the most important by actually making something happen. Speed as well, digital preservation, and metal collaboration. Maybe people actually collaborate so far very well. So in this ranking, it's not the most important.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, let's go on to the next slide. So, what's CoSpace's role and roadmap inside UNICHE? Inside the UNICHE project, CoSpace is evolving fast. It produces new headsets, better collaborative editing, tighter integration with repositories and the ECCCH, and maturation towards TRL8. This is a transition from prototype to operational infrastructure. Shall we move on?
Yes.
Another
Again,
Mentimeter question. How would you like an AI assistant to help you during exhibition design?
So maybe during this process that you were presented, you could envision something, an assistant for AI, a curatorial assistant, possibly assisting you during these processes. Maybe connecting things, maybe showing what is available, maybe
Okay.
yes,
Creativity, improve my ideas and suggestions, content creation, providing recommendations for exhibits, linking content, useful suggestions, space layout, suggesting interaction types, assistant, creating stories, images, content creation and support, proposing concept, relevant collections, exhibits, helping with text edits, text style, designing space allocation and routes that make sense, space layout suggestions.
a lot to do with space layout,
Yes, propose related content, the last entry.
space, design
Design
space.
space. Showing and suggesting more options of the tool itself.
We keep having
Okay,
things. AI is
help me get
AI
a
is a
clear
hot
cost estimate. Maybe translate, better space exploitation, multimedia
space.
generation, interactive digital narratives for storytelling, improve content accessibility, and uh, okay,
I can see also a clear cost estimate.
yes,
AI, a personal assistant for the finances. I haven't thought about that.
yes, that's good idea actually.
Okay, so
I
I
think we
think
should
it's
move on. Yes.
yes. Let's see. Translating menu to European languages, personalized content.
Hmm.
Really good input for thought. Automatic multilingual translation. Okay, but the translation has gained some momentum. And
Yeah.
let's move on, maybe. Uh, okay.
Yes. So another question: what collaborative features would you like CoSpace to have?
We briefly have asked you that before. Uh,
Multi-user,
yes. User.
real-time remote, Real-time co-editing.
Yeah. Co-editing.
Co-creation. Data exchange, sharing different assets. Photorealistic rendering.
Same.
Uploading image. Same.
Same as the answers before, or same as the
Yeah.
other
Multimodal.
answer. Safe data management. So during the collaboration, you would like the data management to be safe from being exploited by the other collaborators? I don't know. Data management. So, or maybe not overwriting things that the other collaborators are doing. Possibly that's also an option. Co-creation. We have AI for all the collaboration. We need cheap collaborative headsets. Okay. Or maybe if you don't have a headset to collaborate with different means.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I think yes, the answers were more warm with AI.
yeah.
So we will move on.
Yes. Another question. How would you want the Cultural Heritage Cloud, the ECCCH, to be utilized? Exhibits available. Okay. Multimedia sharing, resource access, permission rights for usage of assets, free tools. Find complementary tools, links to stories.
Tech education. Okay.
Tech education. Include exhibits from the cloud in my experience design. I need clear permission rights. Okay.
I see a lot of people are interested with rights for using these digital assets. Also, maybe repositories in the cultural cloud for using for exhibition design and types. Reuse and interoperability. We have a holistic approach during this webinar. Usability keeps coming up. See what other organizations are doing and what are good practices. Access. So maybe, as I can see, Cultural Heritage Cloud is like a window outwards, a window to other organizations. Exactly, interconnection with institutions. Also education, to have the resources there to learn about them, free tools. These tools can be quite costly, expensive, without a lot of that you need a very specialized knowledge. And the Cultural Heritage Cloud can be a good source for that. So maybe shall we move on? Yes.
Yes, I think so.
Yes, let's go ahead.
So, another question. What feature or capability would you most like to see added to CoSpace?
So a little bit of imagination. I know you haven't used CoSpace yet, and you've briefly saw a video of how you can access the capabilities that you have so far. Maybe Vasilis, you can reiterate what is so far available in CoSpace.
Yes, CoSpace actually has the following. Wait a second.
If may I add, Vasilis,
Yes.
CoSpace
Yes, of course,
is
Heidi.
an environment where many users can collaborate from various areas of world, which means that a person being in another continent can use a headset, cheap headset of cost of 300 euros and collaborate with you, with any one of you working together in a physical museum with virtual content so as to build your own exhibition. So at this stage, we have the system where you can use your own content. It could be any kind of content, images, 3D, etc. Of course, the other persons in that room, they use also their own content. So as may you want to merge your two different types of exhibitions, prepare your physical exhibition by putting the 3D content in the exactly position of your in your museum, so as in the future you don't need time to get and merge all these exhibits by having a new exhibitions. Imagine, I think that nowadays, in order to build a non-permanent exhibition, you may need time to schedule the layout, to put the content in specific areas in your room, to find out which is the best path to follow in order to for the visitors. But by using the CoSpace, you are going to build your exhibition, you are going to build your put your exhibits in the specific points on the space of your museum and be ready just to put them in one day and start the exhibition the next day in real time. Now it supports multimedia content, real-time collaboration, content sharing, communication. It doesn't include any AI features, so we definitely believe that it should be added. And of course, supporting guidelines for the, I would say, users. That's at this stage. The next stage, we are going to improve the system to be in higher TRL. What we mean in higher TRL, to be ready for use, not just a prototype. Of course, we are going to move in another headset much more cheaper than the nowadays working one, and we are going to add some feature that will bring us much more efficient outcomes. That was in a summary.
Okay. I think yes, this question is a little bit hard, but I see that people have some imagination and they're be giving in some input of how they're imagining CoSpace to be in the future and to be when they have access to it, when they can have access to it through the UNICHE project. So I'll move on to the next slide if you don't
Yes.
have any. So
Last question. How would you be interested in participating in pilots or co-design activities?
from what you have heard so far, are you interested in other pilots or go in collaborating in pilots or other design activities having to do with CoSpace? There is not even a semblance of a doubt for people. Ah, okay. So and so. I should have talked so fast. But I think most people that are engaging through Mentimeter are engaged. We have one that is not so engaged. Maybe it seems very complicated for them, or it feels that it's uh, something that is not useful for showing off exhibits or part of the material, the cultural heritage materials that they work with during their everyday work. But I can see mostly people are becoming curious and interested. 2 doesn't have any answer, as I can see so far. I'll move on to the next slide. Now that we have gathered
Yes.
the interest, that can be translated, of course, into sending us your following us on social media and watching and following all the new activities that we'll have prepared. And Vasilis, I'll leave you to
Yes.
introduce your team.
Our team are the CoGS, which stands for Artificial Cognitive Systems Group at, at Athena Research Center. It's a multidisciplinary team which deals with multi-agent systems, machine learning, computer vision, XR technologies, and cognitive modeling.
And with us today we have Heidi and Vasilis. Sorry, I interrupted you. My sound is a little bit lagging. Yes.
Yes, and then let's go to the next slide. This is the consortium of the UNICHE project. Apart from Athena Research Center, there are other institutions that work with us within the UNICHE project.
Yes.
And let's go to the final slide.
Also, you can see here, and Heidi can send you in the chat our website, our general email where you can address anything as questions or willing to participate in different events and activities. And you can follow us on LinkedIn where you can have a feedback of what is happening in the UNICHE project. And Vasilis?
Yes. So if you have any questions, you can write them in the chat. And also those are the links for the survey and the webinar series evaluation questionnaire as well. So somebody asked for the CoSpace to be shown. So Anastasia, can you please play the video again while people ask questions?
I will play the video. Heidi has sent you the links for the requirements questionnaire. Please fill it in. If you have already filled it in our previous webinar, you don't need to fill it again. Please, for as it refers to the requirements questionnaire. But of course, if you want, you can evaluate this specific webinar that you have attended so far, or by the end of the webinar series, evaluate the full webinar series or one by one. Your input in our requirements questionnaire is really, really appreciated. And the floor is open for questions while we show the video. And I will play the video again. We're open for questions. And if you have any questions referring to CoSpace, how it works now, our next steps, something as input, like feedback you would like to give more than what you have seen so far. Questions about UNICHE, our consortium. We have representatives of all our partners. Our partners are technological partners, but also cultural heritage partners as well, that are handling and are leading the pilots to test the technology of the UNICHE consortium. So you have the floor to ask anything that you wish. Please send it in the chat or post a question in the Q&A. At this point, we can even raise your hand and we will give you the floor.
Something that I want to add on associate is that until now, the name of the
Yes.
system was Thalia. Now we are going to upgrade it and make it, call it CoSpace, because it's going to be scaled up with many other features and going to be much more stable for future use. So any questions, write on the chat or ask directly. We are ready to answer. Please, we are here. I saw somewhere in the Mentimeter question, Anastasia, that someone asked how we can use the 3D models or something like that. You cannot create 3D models inside the environment, but you can use them. As you can see right here, the person just included its own 3D model. So the model was previously uploaded to the web repository that was mentioned by Vasilis. So you need to upload your own content so as you can use it inside the mixed reality environment. As you can see here, most of the part of the view is physical world. You can include your 3D objects, 2D images, any other content, and work them together. Two different persons from different areas, interconnected, real-time syncing between the object, between the moves, etc. So you are building together your exhibition, focusing on physical exhibition, but exploiting 3D virtual content. This makes you ready to get the real exhibits and put them directly in the space points that you want based on the study that you are going to do it together collaboratively through this tool, I would say. Let me check the chat, please. Can you use a demo of CoSpace, see how it works? At this point, we can provide some demo in order to be used, but we are going to update it. Why is this? Because this point is developed for the Microsoft HoloLens 2 glasses that is going to be stopped, is not going to be reproduced. So we are going to move to new glasses, headset, Quest 3, much more cheaper. And at that stage, we are going to provide you all the tools so as you can test it. Can I use the real size of the physical object when using the 3D model? Yes, of course, you can use it. It depends on how you are modeling it, the scale that you have modeled it, and you can definitely include it in real time in front of you so as to be used.
I'll put the video in a loop again.
Yes. So from Barbara. So we can create an exhibition space by uploading a 3D model. Yes. What file extension? At this stage, we can support OBJs and FBX files, but we are going to support many other 3D extension files. Yes, the idea is that you upload your own content through the backend. What is the backend? A web-based interface, for user-friendly, no code, anything from you're not going to need the expert, the computer scientist, just drag and drops like tools, upload your content, and then you can exploit all that content that is uploaded through the backend inside this mixed reality world. Regarding the limitation that you mentioned, Barbara, I think that you mean limitation of the file size. I don't remember exactly, but I think we support many millions of points of 3D cloud. At this stage, you may see the video. It's not very high quality, but the quality of the representation is 4K, which means very good analysis and very good presentation of the content as well as the video streaming. Of course, all that depends on the internet connection that you are going to have if we are going to collaborate with many people coming from various other countries,
Also, I have a question, Heidi.
Yes.
The output of the virtual exhibition design. So you have
Yes.
designed in this virtual space that is overlaying a physical space, what you want with your digital aspects. Can somebody utilize this also again for visitors? Is this
Yes, of course, but at this stage we are not focusing on that. Of course, definitely someone can use the glasses to revisit the layout that you have already structured with your partner or collaborators and see all these exhibits in their own space or in the physical space of the museum.
Yes, it
Definitely
would
we
be
can do that.
interesting because I saw a lot of answers during our Mentimeter open feedback that had to do with collaboration with other institutions.
The
Sometimes
problem
we
here,
have,
Anastasia, the problem here is,
yes,
Anastasia, is that when we have many people inside the room with headsets, it's quite
yes.
dangerous to be to have
Ah, yes,
collisions, distraction.
also that.
This is the reason that we may not suggest. Imagine that you have a museum with 4, 10, or 20 rooms and hundreds of people
Yes.
wearing this headset. Then it's going to be quite difficult for those people crashing each other or etc. But yes,
Exactly, yes.
definitely can be used. This is why we say that our target users are the shown one, curators, archaeologists, etc. Focusing mainly on structuring the layout and the exhibits on the specific points. As you can see here, 2D images, interactive content, etc.
Okay, okay. Maybe also following up on this question, could you have another access, maybe an AR access, so you can see the virtual exhibits in the space with your phone, let's
Yes,
say, or
it could
something
be
like that?
definitely. It could be done that because we can save the entire structure developed for the experts, and then we can call it from another system to represent it to present us how we want to present it. Maybe AR, maybe web. I don't know how other types of presentation. One question from Vivek Atifori. Can I export this design in any other 2D format to have the position of the exhibition in the room? At this stage, we don't support that, but it could be done definitely. We can take a note on that and export the exhibition and the points inside the 3D environment. Yes, I believe we can do that.
Okay.
So,
Just
Anastasia,
to remind the participants, the requirements questionnaire, please let me repost it on the chat again. Uh, your feedback is really important for us. We would like to create a suite, a unique project that is based on real user needs. Every single input is really important. We don't want to create something that refers only to us, something that also that suits us, something that helps the development. We want to help cultural heritage experts actually utilize the technology we're developing to make cultural heritage more accessible to everybody. So please give us your input and requirements questionnaire. And
something
you'll
very
get,
important, Anastasia, before we
yeah.
close is that everyone has to be connected with UNICHE because in maybe 1.5 year from now, we are going to launch the external pilot evaluations, which means that we are going to request 10 institutions to get all these tools, test them, and of course, get about 50,000 euros, if I'm not
Uh, uh,
wrong.
uh, we mass amount, give or take, the actual amount is not. We're not sure about the actual amount right now, but we're gonna have a third-party open funding application as we showed in Mentimeter. So getting first hands-on sneak peek, but actually giving your input on what we would like to what we are developing will be better for developing ideas that are closer to your institution's needs, to your creative outputs. So yes, keep an eye on that, and also your input is very important for that as well. Sneak peek, but also giving us the input for developing something.
As I say, we have two more questions.
Okay.
Barbara says it would be nice to have a feature for the list of models to be uploaded. You mean a description of the model that you can upload, if I understand correct, with fixed size and some other elements which, yes, of course, we have some I would say, characteristic of the model that can be uploaded, and we can provide them when someone is going to use that the system. In the backend, especially when you are going to upload your content, for each type of content, you are going to have the limitation of the type of the content. From Laurie, okay, would it be possible to have the option of importing a 3D model of the space to maybe able to design the exhibition remotely? You mean if we import also, Laurie, the 3D space of the museum, I would say, then we are going to go to a immersive system, which means virtual environment. We don't need to focus on that. We focus on mixed reality, so enhancing the real world. At this stage, we are not going to support something like that, giving the ability, I would say, to build the full immersive environment of the museum.
Okay, so to make it again, to reiterate that, so we have as a background only the actual physical space we're working with. We cannot have as a background when we're working some other space. This is what you refer, Heidi, right? We cannot upload something to use as a background. Let's say the space from Museo Galileo, just for other people that maybe are not so
accustomed. You are going to use your
accustomed.
physical space and include 3D, 2D virtual components inside that physical space.
The actual physical space. Very good. And the virtual objects are anchored when you go again into this room, right?
Yes,
In
yes.
this, okay.
We keep their
Anchored.
positions exactly in that exactly real world environment, 3D positions, so as we can call them and put them back dynamically where we left them, I would say.